Since the economic expansion of China, they'll have grown up with the absolute certainty that it will soon supplant
So,
the United
dear Alice,
States
we are
and
very
global
happy that you are here with us today.
Well, it's been my pleasure to be here today. It's been a very full-on schedule, but really fantastic. And my day began with a sort of speed dating for young designers. So 13 young Swedish designers presented to us. I mean, some of whom, like Anton Alvarez, I was familiar with his work already, but was delighted to meet him. So I've found his work so interesting. I mean, others I was completely unaware of, and their work ranged from community projects with local kids to reinventing ceramics, to graphics projects and product design for hay and other large groups. So there was a huge variation of work and typologies, and it was very, very interesting to hear their experiences and their objectives and goals and to see images of their work. So that was very inspiring and stimulating. Just fascinating to hear how design is addressed and perceived in a different country. I mean, we British are always very jealous of the design culture in all Scandinavian countries, including Sweden, because to us it always seems so rich, so vigorous and lively and sophisticated. So it was wonderful to come and sort of be a privileged visitor to the discussion today. And of course the award ceremony has been great fun. I mean, absolutely packed with people, all very excited to see who'd won, and an amazing breadth of winners and great quality of work. There were so many fantastic projects that we had to consider for the international prizes that it was a very difficult choice to make. And initially, I wouldn't have thought I would have chosen the refugee housing unit, partly because of IKEA's involvement, because it's very easy to be cynical about a large corporation being involved in a humanitarian design project. And equally, it's very easy to be cynical about Western solutions for problems in the developing world, because often so many of them miss the mark, but there are honourable exceptions, and this is definitely one of them. It's such a thoughtful and sensitive project. It was so interesting for me to speak to the design team tonight, and they've obviously shown real courage and vision in developing the original concept, but they also said that without IKEA's, or rather the IKEA Foundation's, substantial investment, it would never have come to fruition. And I think they're going to be shipping several hundred at the refugee housing units next year. The project's been constantly evolving throughout its tests, and so they expect to sort of change it more and more as people live with it in the field and they can observe it in different conditions and different situations. So it'll be fascinating to see how it evolves in future. So I think as an exemplar of thoughtful, sensitive and design that really can make a huge difference to the lives of people in desperate circumstances, it's very inspiring, but also as an example of how corporations ought to approach humanitarian design. It's inspiring too, because as I said, without IKEA's investment it would never have happened, certainly not on this scale, simply because prototyping it has been extraordinarily expensive.
Thank you, Alice.
Thank you. Doug?